Welcome to the Capital Light Assembly Podcast, brought to you by Edison Manufacturing and Engineering. Edison is your contract manufacturing partner focused on assembly of complex mobility and energy products that are not well suited for highly automated production. I'm Brandon Bartneck, here for a short guest-free discussion here for this episode. And this is around one of our foundational beliefs about what it takes to do this type of building, right? So we're talking complex assembly, often low volume. We're talking about things that are going into new markets, new product types, stuff that falls between the cracks of traditional production. And one of the foundational truths that we believe about what it takes to do this well is that there is not a one-size-fits-all solution. So there are certainly foundational truths that have been established, right? Look at the ISO 9001 procedures, for example. There are processes and systems that have been proven over and over about how to do certain things well, how to control quality and how to have a process for evaluating risks and organizationally building the type of team and company who can execute at a high level. That makes a lot of sense. We believe firmly that, you got to get the foundational things right, build an organization and an underlying platform on which you can execute. The distinction, though, is that given the complexity and the nuance of these types of things, and think some of the things we're working on, right? We're talking autonomous vehicle builds and upfits and retrofits, builds of complex high voltage electrical systems, things that include hydrogen fuel cells. Often these are products that companies are launching that fall outside of their existing portfolio. They're startups who are transitioning from proof of concept into high volume production. Companies, European companies coming into North America. Areas where there is a lot of change often. And one of the important things here is that you don't try to shoehorn a given approach for every application. One of the frustrations or talking points often with current and prospective customers is, hey, how do you manage quality? And the answer is it depends. What does the product need is the real answer. And back to what I said at the beginning. Yes, there are getting our ISO 9001 certification, that's serves as one of the bases to get things in place. But ultimately, we don't have the same process in place for every product for inbound quality or end-of-line testing or process controls or whatever, right? Like, not only is it different between the different classes of companies or products that I mentioned earlier, for example, autonomous vehicle outfit's different than a junction box build, obviously, but even within that class, one autonomous vehicle program is different than another. The product and the maturity of the product and the design of the product, the customer, the market conditions, the way in which they plan to grow this product and how the maturity of the supply chain, all of these things will determine the approach for a given product. There is not a one-size-fits-all solution. And that is foundational to what we believe it takes to execute in this space. And it's foundational for the way we've built this organization. So our team firmly believes in being customer-centric and doing business in a partnership manner in which we are working alongside our customers, not combatively or even with a kind of a step removed traditional supplier relationship. But we believe in being customer-centric. We believe in building a solution for our customer that makes sense for them today, tomorrow, 12 months down the road, 3 years down the road, whatever. But beyond that, we believe in being intensely product-centric and applying the right approach for the right product, having the flexibility as an organization to do that in a way that can be done effectively and efficiently. And there's a lot that goes into that. We've already touched on some of these topics in the first 10 episodes of this podcast. We're going to continue to dive into the specifics as we get further with people who are much more much more expertise in the space than I have, and excited to continue to get input from our guests and our team here. But just wanted to take this opportunity to speak about this fundamental belief that, yeah, there is not a one-size-fits-all solution if you want to execute low volume, complex assembly in a way that makes sense today and tomorrow.